The elves at EA were hard at work over the last couple days. They did make a new update today, and it did patch that new game's play glitch. People are now getting unbanned. There's a new feature in FC25 that is going to break controllers. We have the Rush deep dive today. We're gonna talk about that too. And if I didn't just talk about the 100 depth meta, I'd be talking about that too today, but I kind of already ranted about that. I just played Weekend League, and I literally can't believe how ridiculous this gameplay is. Okay, hey, thanks for being here. And YouTube was not tracking views very well yesterday. They had problems, so if you could leave a like on the video, that would help, especially today. And I will have my icon picked for today's video again as well. Let me know what players you guys are using in your teams right now that you are making the gameplay at least somewhat fun or somewhat enjoyable. Is there a certain favorite card you got or player that you actually love playing with? I still have my Evo Kryzan myself that I still love, but okay. Anyway, if you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Timo Werner came out. He's not 5'5", and he's going to be pretty much the exact same as his fantasy card, if I'm going to be honest with you. He also does not have finesse shot, which for me is just kind of immediately kind of rules him out as somebody I'm going to use myself. But if you're a line drive straight player, you just sprint straight, you're probably going to like this card a lot. If you don't do that, you're probably not going to like him as much. So, okay. And does this indeed confirm that the 81 plus player pick 1 of 4 and 82 plus 1 of 3 is it for the year? Will we not see any better ones? I think does this confirm it? I don't know. Obviously, we still have over a full month left of the game, so we could see more differences there. But man, this just keeps refreshing constantly, and it's the exact same. And I actually kind of thought the 81 plus player picks weren't bad last time. They made the weight way better, so that's kind of where it has gotten a little bit better, but it just comes across as very, very lazy. But okay, we start with a new patch that just came out today. Title update number 18.1, and then we also got an update called 18.2. 18.1, there was basically no notes for, so I haven't bothered showing you guys that, but 18.2, we did see this here, and it was indeed only one sentence, and it says, it addresses an issue that could have resulted in some instances of match results not being calculated correctly. So now, RIP. Answer to our question was indeed they're just looking to patch it, and we also got word that EA are indeed now unbanning PC players who did do this glitch. So it looks like it for sure was an accident, and it was an accidental ban wave from EA's side, confirming everyone's suspicions they had. There are many people in the replies saying that they were indeed unbanned. This guy said same down here, and also I think it's 24 hours after you're unbanned, so you can play, I believe, by the way. This guy said the same thing. I hear you cannot connect to server, so if you did get banned, you're probably going to get unbanned shortly. So that's the short little update I wanted to give you guys on that. But then obviously the biggest news today was there was the Rush gameplay deep dive today. Would there be any news in there that would be interesting or would pertain to anything in Ultimate Team, or basically would anything in there be interesting in the slightest bit? Well, let's read through them. There actually was some interesting information. Okay, so I'm not going to read all of this. If you want to read through every single sentence, obviously you guys can. A lot of it is kind of just mumbo jumbo, like this is what Rush is. We know it's 5v5 now, and it's in every game mode. Clubs, career mode, and Ultimate Team. Career mode's got the Youth Academy in it, so you can play Youth Academy games. I will say though, the first thing I noticed about this youth squad here was that, remember they said they're, you know, adding the new cranium feature or whatever they were talking about, right? That was just in College Football 25. That is like the new technology for created player faces or not real player faces. It does not look like they have it there because College Football 25 has some of the best fake player faces I've seen, honestly, and their portraits are like incredibly well done. That is not what this looks like. So maybe they're just not, it's not in the game yet, but it is odd that we're seeing this, and then cranium is one of like the new features for next year, because I'm not seeing it yet, that's for sure. But okay, we know we can play Youth Academy games. Obviously, it's just like clubs where the team captain will have abilities like rushing the keeper or moving the keeper, because for some reason moving the goalkeeper, I don't know if it's Tom Clefty or who, but that's like his favorite mechanic of all time. Every match starts with a race to the ball, by the way. You start off with like the both offside lines here, which we'll talk about more in a sec, but it starts off like that, which is kind of interesting, kind of unique, I guess. But and then yeah, down here is the Ultimate Team section, which we'll talk about now because that's probably going to be more interesting. So there is solo matchmaking. They say that here you can hop into a solo game yourself, like a drop-in match. Rush is the perfect complement to the competitiveness of rivals and champs. You and up to 3 friends can each bring an item from your squads to build the ultimate dream team. You can also compete with them in special events, build synergy, and earn bonuses by completing challenges. Let's just read the whole Ultimate Team section here. In football Ultimate Team Rush, earn rush points by completing squad building requirements or squad build requirements and finishing matches. Rush points play a crucial role in tracking your progress toward weekly objectives, which offer rewards. It looks like more weekly rewards, like weekly rush rewards will come out, I guess, at a certain time, it looks like, I would assume there. During squad building, you can choose to tackle optional block requirements, often needing coordination with teammates. Completing these can earn you extra rush points, multipliers, and bonuses per goal or win. So there's like squad building themes around it, looks like, that you can do or not do. It does say I'll be able to learn more about Ultimate Team Rush and the deep dive for Ultimate Team. So I thought it was kind of funny though. But where was it? Yeah, right here. You can compete with them in the special events, build synergy. It's like that gives anytime you read anywhere, let's build synergy, or you can build synergy by doing this or that, you just know immediately it's marketing bullshit. I hate to say it. That's in every multi-level marketing's vocab right there. Synergy. Okay, let's talk about the pitch size here, which is not much to talk about really. It's just a smaller pitch than what it was before, obviously, than an 11v11 game. Match length is 7 minutes long. It's a 7-minute countdown, so there's no counting up. If it's tied, it will go to a 2-minute and 20-second golden goal extra time, followed by one-on-one penalty shootouts if the tie remains. And also they have a new buzzer beater rule, which means that if you shoot the ball and it's in flight as the clock hits 0 because it's counting down, then the game will continue to play until obviously there's a keeper save, it goes out of play, or the goal is actually scored. So you can score like buzzer beaters now, which is kind of cool. And they explain the offside rule. These two lines here are the offside rules on both sides. They kind of act as basically the halfway line. And this right here, you can see like he's behind the defender, but it's just the offside line. It's basically just that acts as the halfway line. So that's how offside works in Rush basically. And here's an offside clip right here because obviously that's past the line. Now you cannot go past the last defender. So there you go. That's offside, even though, oh, you missed it anyway. Then you got blue cards, which act as red cards, but they're just penalties for like a certain amount of time. It's only sidelined for 1 minute, it looks like. If you do get 2 yellow cards, you'll get a blue card. So it's kind of the same thing as a red, just it's for its amount of time, not for the entire game. There are no substitutions in Rush, so that's kind of a nice little feature there if you didn't want to make subs. Wasn't about set pieces, indirect free kicks. I don't really need to show you guys this. Corner kicks are the same pretty much. We'll just kind of have to mess with it right away to see the new trajectories on things because it's just a smaller field, right? Okay, here's the penalties too. 1-on-1 penalty kicks and shootouts. So this guy's got taken out in the box. Here's a penalty, kind of starts from there. It's like a 1-on-1, right? Like the old MLS style. We saw this leak a while ago. He comes in and then scores the finesse, which by the way, that animation, like everything about this right now looks so similar to FC24. Like just look how they move, and like the shot animation as well. That might be a new finesse shot animation, but like it looks very, very similar, which to be honest, it always was going to, but especially you notice it right now. They added 2-player celebration, so you can kind of like celebrate with your friends or whatever like that. Do this little move there. Nice. Oh, there's what I want to talk about right there. That is the new feature I want to talk about most today. Quick chat. Quick Chat, if you're familiar with Rocket League, has made its formal introduction into FC25. Using one of the arrows now, you can now type in the Quick Chat, just like messages that they type out for you, right? Nice, unlucky, sorry, and thanks. And it does not say in here if the other team can also see these. I don't know if you can type in the chat after you score saying nice or sorry, unlucky, and the other team sees it like in Rocket League. I don't know if that's the case. It does for sure say your teammates can, though. But if you can see the other team's chats, it will break controllers. This, I know in Rocket League, it gets very toxic, and you know how FIFA is. Obviously, it's going to be a lot worse than a lot of communities out there. So prepare yourself if we're going to be playing Rush and the other team's just spamming shit in the chat constantly. You're not ready for that. It also does say though that AI teammates will try and react to what you type in the chat. It says like if you do pass, cross, through, or shoot, they will apparently try to respond to those requests accordingly. That, I don't know. If that works, that'd be crazy. I highly doubt that that's going to be a feature useful in any sort of way. But as you can see, the chat kind of pops up above their head there. You know, nice, nice, nice. But the other team doesn't say anything. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. But bench players as well, I believe, can also talk in the chat. Yeah, sideline players can still send quick messages and reactions as well. They also added 4 new cameras for Rush, I guess. Broadcast, Tactical, Pro, and End-to-End just for Rush, I guess. But okay, people probably just stay with the same stuff they've already got. And you got the augmented reality coach, which nobody's going to use at all. So there's not really much else. I think that's all, right? Match ratings. Want to read through that, you can. But yeah, that's it. So it's not so much what it entails the rewards wise. It's more just like, hey, this is what Rush is basically. And that's it. So there was this screenshot as well in the trailer that shows like your friends picking a player, you picking a player, right? No requirements there. And also there's like the point bonuses here. So there's like a Chelsea or Everton player getting a bonus, country bonus, league bonus, rarity bonus, right? So some interesting things there. there. So to me, it actually could be pretty fun. I think there's actually a chance, because with your friends, this could be fun. If you don't end up having friends who play FIFA, then it's like you're probably not going to really care. But if you do have friends who play FIFA, this could be a really fun game mode, I think, because it's Ultimate Team related, which Volta was not. So I think it has some potential. I don't know if they're going to give it the support it necessarily deserves, of course, because you saw they tried Moments, and you might as well not even release Moments next year, because that was such a colossal disaster of a game mode nobody ever played because you gave no support to it. Not like it was the greatest game mode ever, but you didn't try to really do much of it anyway. So hopefully they really give this one some support. I think there is actually potential here. It does look like it could actually be fun if we get the proper resources it put into it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Rush, because it's apparently going to be a pretty integral part of next year's game. At least it's what it seems like with the marketing, but who knows? It might end up being, you know, similar to squad battles or even less, right? I don't know, but hopefully we can get something kind of new and refreshing somewhere, because we need it, honestly. Okay, we got a new hero coming. It's currently being tested as a hero. It is Zé Roberto, the former Bayern player. Honestly, we have a ton of new icons and heroes being tested for next year's game, so if we can get the majority of them in, we're gonna have a lot of new icons and heroes next year, which is always nice. I'm always down for more players, because more people get their favorite players into the game. And hopefully we get word soon about who's actually going to be coming from the testing pool, because the testing pool right now is really getting pretty massive. But okay, now we do not have any futties leaks in terms of players right now to talk about, really. But we do have this little tip here. Unique Riggers again coming in saying that here's kind of all the cards that sell right now. Chem Styles going for crazy amounts. Managers, Brazil, France, Portugal, USA, and Uruguay are selling for 4 to 5K. All rare bronzes for 400 coins right now. A lot of really interesting cards, or not player cards, are selling for a lot of coins. So go check your clubs right now if you like want to go and empty them out, because there are some really good cards right now for pretty cheap. So get those coins while you can, while they at least still matter a little bit. Okay, let's read your comments and we'll open our icon pick. So A Spark says, in my opinion, evolutions have not been fun. They look cool, but the overall is 95 and 96 with mid stats. I just want a 97 or 98 Evo that makes my team. That's all. It's funny, so why not bring out a meta Evo? See, I think they're bringing out meta Evos to a certain point. I think that, yes, you're right. There's not an evolution that's out right now, I would say, that is like, this card should be in everybody's team now, because I don't think that has really happened in a while. But I think what this has done so far is give you a chance to use your favorite players and make them as good or very close to as good as the meta. So I want to give them credit for doing that. I do see like your side. If you have an attack that is, you know, is like fill with Path to Glory or Make Your Mark players with 4 play style pluses or 98 rated, like the Evos probably only be as good or not as good, and definitely not better than those cards. So I understand that, and I've always been a big proponent for giving us insane Evos, because most of the time the Evos don't even play as good as the other like top rated cards that have like crazy animations and that kind of thing. So I agree and also disagree in some senses. I still think Futties Evos have been pretty solid overall. I think that we really could see maybe a little bit more of a meta one, definitely, but I'm happy they've released at least a good amount of them so far. Peachy Hen says, increasing the bench number should be easy. eFootball did increase their bench size once or twice. They probably spent a week or less on that. Obviously, the thing with eFootball is like, they don't have to load as much stuff because the player models probably aren't as detailed. The bench is not as detailed. The other stuff not as detailed, right? So I do think it's a little bit different than eFootball, but I still see what you're saying, though. Yusuf says penalties don't work on Futties Cup, too. I mean, this game sucks dick. Snack25, glitches, bans, and grinding. I don't care. I'm 45 years old, and I'm going to get a baby. I'm so happy. First time in my comments, I must say, someone's announced that they are having a child. Congratulations. N. Kenchington says that John Sims guy is way more sympathetic regarding the difficulties of coding the game. He looks at it all differently and does very well as a result. Maybe we should be a bit more forgiving of EA. Jesus, never thought I'd type that. I don't know who John Sims is, but I would be curious to hear why he's like more sympathetic towards the difficulties of coding the game. I wonder if he has some background in there or something like that. But I've always been curious about that, and I talk about this a lot in the channel. It's like, if they told us, and if we got like if we had a community manager almost who could explain these kinds of things to us, I feel like we'd all be very happy about that. But we just don't get any explanations because we're just not apparently gonna hire someone to give a salary out to somebody to do that job, I guess, anymore, which I just don't understand myself. But I don't know. Okay, icon pick. Can we finally change our look right here now? Can it happen on video, on camera, right here? No, it can't. I'll go fuck myself. I'll see you later. I love you. I'm out.